financial analyst Keith Springer. Good morning, Keith.
Good morning.
Hey, before we even get to the first question, stock market is down further than the last time we talked to you.
Getting hammered. People, it's basically investors. It's Wall Street sending a message to Congress. It's time to work together. No longer be a Democrat or a Republican. Time to be an American, and let's get the country's problems fixed.
I got my fingers crossed. Good luck with that prescription. All right, let's get to some viewer questions. Ron in El Dorado Hills said, now that Obama has been reelected, will the stock market do in the next 4 years what it did in the last? And if you weren't paying attention, folks, last 4 years, huge run-up in the stock market.
Huge run-up, yeah. It's a great question, actually, because probably not. Yeah. We've had the first term of a president is always different. He always has re-election in his mind. They spend a lot more money with re-election thinking about going the next term. So in the second term, presidents typically move towards the center.
When you say they spend money, as in they're spending government money trying to make a happy constituency.
Yeah, they don't have any of their own money they spend. They always spend our money.
All right.
And that's what they do. So typically they tend to move towards the center. Clinton moved towards the center. And it means doing what's right for the country more than doing what they need to do to get elected. They typically spend a little bit less. So in the next term, we're going to see budget cuts. We're going to see spending cuts. We're going to see probably tax increases, which is going to slow the economy down, which I would assume has to slow the stock market down.
Okay. Let's get to the next question. We don't have a lot of time, but it's a really good one. Emily in Davis says, when will interest rates start going up so I can start making some money in my bank account? You're more deflationary than inflationary, so what do you think?
I think it's going to be 3 or 4 more years. The Fed has already announced that they're going to hold interest rates at 0 until 2015. A lot of people think there's going to be inflation because they're printing money. You've got to remember that money is being destroyed faster than the government can print. The government is printing money, but every time somebody loses a home loan, loses a credit line, loses a business, or loses their home, that's money that gets destroyed, and the government can't replace it fast enough. So we've got deflation for a few more years, not in food and energy, but in the rest of things.
Yeah, had Romney won, he said he was going to replace Bernanke. That's not going to happen, so we assume the same policy stays in place and interest rates stay really low.
Quantitative easing, continued stimulus, that's for sure.
All right. Keith, it's always a pleasure. If you have any questions for Keith, especially on Wednesdays when he sits there and answers your questions, send it in to money@fox40.com. If you just can't wait, give him a call during the day. He'd be happy to talk to you. 916-925-8900 or visit him online, keithspringer.com. And coming up, it's a race that's being described as too close to call. Eric, what's left out there?